Good morning. For this practice, you're going to need 2 or 3 blocks. We're going to start sitting, and I want to introduce a new breath. It's a 3-part breath. So the way that it's going to work is find a comfortable seat, perhaps on a couple blocks, maybe on the edge of a bolster, or even if you like sitting really flat, I recommend sitting on the edge of a folded blanket so that you can tip your tailbone forward and really have a lot of space in your low belly and back body, as well as, of course, in your upright chest. So finding a comfortable seat that you can sustain for a while as we breathe. Take a moment to settle. You can rest your hands on your legs, on your lap, whatever feels good. And let your breath settle into a natural pace. I've been enjoying the phrase tidal rhythm. Let your breath find its tidal rhythm. You might imagine the waves. If you ever watched at the beach, like the waves coming into the shore, there is just this inescapable rhythm to it. As one comes in, the next goes out. And as your breath settles in, I invite you to become really mindful of smoothing the transitions of your breath as it moves in and out of your body and as it moves into different spaces. And you might notice where right now it's traveling with ease and where it might still have some difficulty moving freely. And as your breath moves in and out, rest your awareness up here in your chest, just beneath your collarbones, your clavicles. There's a muscle here attaching to the shoulder and I think to the back ribs, pectoralis minor. It's used to lift and open the front of the rib cage and the collarbone. So you might notice as your breath reaches its fullness what that expansion in the front of the chest feels like, and whether you can fill that space with breath, with ease or with difficulty. Never forcing, but instead inviting or allowing. And then as we move through a physical practice, an asana, we'll come back to the breath at the end and we'll see if anything's different. So for right now, we're going to begin the 3-part breath. So resting one hand on your belly and one hand on your mid-back, where the kidneys are. And those of you who have had the conversation about the adrenal glands with me will know this is also their space. So the breath will move in 3 parts, breathing into your low belly, mid-back, and then resting your hand on your heart, upper chest, a pause at the top of your breath, and a smooth exhale. Inhaling into your low belly. Slight pause, breathing into the middle back and into your chest. And a smooth exhale. Again into your belly. chest. Smooth exhale. Three more times. One last. And then we'll just sit and explore the breath moving again in its natural pace, but letting yourself notice whether there is more ease or more accessibility or more space in any particular part. And then sliding off whatever support you chose for sitting. Set your blocks toward the top of your mat. And then come into table pose. So here we are in table pose, maintaining a pretty neutral spine, lifting the low belly towards your spine, not for cosmetic purposes, but really to maintain that core strength that will support the back. And resting your weight evenly in both hands. Play with a few cat-cows, unrolling from your tailbone with exhale. Moo, that's for you, Jenny. Inhaling into cat. Exhale, cow. Letting the spine unroll from the tailbone again. Inhaling cat. Exhaling cow. One more like that. Inhale cat. Exhale cow. And then we're going to switch the order of the breath so that we can bring more attention into the space in the back body where the breath can live as well. So exhale here. Take the exhalation into cat. And inhale. Exhale cow. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cat. Notice the expansion through the upper back and the ribs. And exhale, neutral spine. Now resting your weight in your right hand to start. As you inhale, keeping your shoulder level and extending your left arm to the left, parallel to the floor. And then inhale to lift. And exhale.